Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's royal titles could be at risk if a new bombshell law passes. Conservative MP Bob Seely wants to adapt laws that were originally passed in the First World War to deny German nobles their British titles. The bill would force the House of Commons to consider turning the Duke and Duchess of Sussex into simple Mr. and Mrs. Mr. Seely has explained that this nuclear option is in support of the monarchy and aims to respect the decision of those who no longer want to be royals by removing their titles and privileges. Writing for the Mail on Sunday, he said, "I'm not a Republican and support the monarchy, but after the latest installment of the couple's feud with the rest of the royal family, I believe that Parliament and the Privy Council should consider a nuclear option. The Mirror US the Duke and Duchess can be Mr. and Mrs. like the rest of us," Mr. Seely added. My Titles Deprivation 1917 Act Amendment Bill would allow a vote in Parliament to advise the ancient advisory Privy Council to strip a member of the royal family of their titles. My aim is simple: if someone doesn't want to be royal, that is a decision we respect, but they should not keep the titles and privileges if they trash an institution that plays an important part in our nation's life. Mr. Seely has stated he had to act because of the attempt to use race to smear the royal family, which he called poisonously insidious, according to the Mail. The bill would come as the couple are mounted with pressure to break their silence over claims made by royal author Omid Scobie in his explosive tell-all, Endgame. He claimed two members of the royal family who allegedly discussed the color of Meghan and Prince Harry's son were named in letters between the Duchess of Sussex and King Charles. The royal family were said to be united in outrage after the King and Princess of Wales were dragged into the royal race Rowan named in the Dutch version of the new explosive book. Omid appeared on ITV's This Morning program earlier this week to confirm an investigation had begun at the publishers responsible for translating his book into Dutch, but denied including the identities of the two senior royals in his manuscript. Speaking of his frustration of the scandal that has sent shockwaves through the monarchy, Mr. Scobie laid the blame squarely on the publisher in the Netherlands, saying, "I never submitted a book that had those names in it." The Dutch translator who worked on the book insisted the titles of the King and Princess of Wales were in the manuscript she was sent. Saskia Peters claimed she did not add the names to the Dutch version of the book. Speaking from her home in Arnhem, she said, "As a translator, I translate what is in front of me. The names of the royals were there in black and white. I did not add them. I just did what I was paid to do, and that was, to translate the book from English into Dutch." Xander, the publishers, released a statement which read, "Xander Uitgevers is temporarily withdrawing the book Einstrig by Omid Scobie from sale. An error occurred in the Dutch translation and is currently being rectified."